Hello and welcome to Game and Chat, the podcast where we invite members of the gaming community and industry to join us to play some of their favourite multiplayer games whilst telling us about themselves and why they love these games so much. I am your host Mike and I am joined by Jason of Dun Dun Dun.
What's wrong with Wolfie?
Yay! Hello.
Jason, please
Hello.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, firstly, thank you for asking me to come on. It was a great privilege for your invitation. So thanks for that. And yeah, my name's Jason. I am a host for the podcast What's Wrong With Wolfie, and we do a fortnightly podcast on films and TV shows and sometimes video games from the 1980s to the modern day. So there's quite a range. There's quite a catalogue of films out there for us to talk about. Yeah, we've been slowly going through some of our favourite films and some like obscure films as well. So we're kind of like discovering films as we go along. So it's been really cool to have that kind of effect for us going through the podcast.
Fantastic. Well, the game you have chosen for us to play today is GoldenEye 007, which is available on the Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo 64, for those that have the expansion pack subscription. So let's get started. I'm going to go into the game now. I'm going to go multiplayer.
I was just saying this to you a minute ago, but like there's still like I don't know, like I'm still like I don't know the word, but shocked that we can do this in 2024 and have like online multiplayer GoldenEye over the internet. It's just great. I love it.
I mean, I've put so many hours into this game back in the day, and then like since it coming to the Nintendo Switch Online as well, and it is one that I've been waiting for we have all been waiting for this, haven't we? Really? Waiting for it to come back to like the Nintendo system, because obviously, you know, Rare was purchased by Microsoft, and then they couldn't do anything with the licenses really to get the game, because obviously there's a lot of parties involved. It's not just like Microsoft owning Rare and then, you know, Nintendo owning, you know, the game itself, and then you've got like was it like Barbara Broccoli and like MGN who also own a part and stuff like that, so it got very convoluted.
Yeah, there was, you know, obviously there was many years where we thought it was never going to happen because of all the licensing issues for the game. So when it was actually like dropped in a Nintendo Direct, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's actually happening. You know, I mean, it would be quite nice if it was a standalone kind of release and not tied to Nintendo Switch Online. But I mean, you know, we can't think, can we?
Beggars can't be choosers, as they like to say.
Exactly.
Well, seeing as you are my guest, I'll allow you to choose the rules, and to, you know, if you want to play as Bond, you can choose Bond. Okay.
For the listeners, don't worry. I've got my N64 Switch controller, so I am as authentic as I possibly can be.
Brilliant. Same here. And anybody who is watching the video, you can see up in the top left-hand corner that we both have the Nintendo 64 controllers icons next to our Switch profile icons.
Oh yeah.
So, scenario. Let's have a look. What scenario would you like?
I will choose. Let's just do normal for now. Let's like get in nice and gently, get ourselves warmed up, and then maybe we can, you know, attempt some golden gun action or something a bit later, or License to Kill.
Brilliant. So, any particular level that you would prefer?
Archives, please.
Archives. There we go. Brilliant. Game length, we'll stick it to 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is okay. Weapons.
I'm sorry, well, every time I see slappers only, it always makes me laugh.
It's just the hilarity that comes with it, isn't it? As you see the hands spinning from side to side, trying to get a whack in. Mind you, that paired with License to Kill does make for some very interesting gameplay.
It does. Shall we do automatic?
Yeah, we'll go for automatics. Let's just go through that. Throw knives, automatics.
Yeah.
Characters we've chosen. Everything else should be fine. Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Oh yeah. Here we go. I've never podded and played a game before, so this is pretty cool.
Right, first I've got to get weapons. So I've got the club.
I'm still just trying
Named
to.
after Ken Lobb.
That's right.
Oh, hello.
Ah,
Oh, you haven't got a weapon yet. I'll fire for a minute. Oh, there you are.
that's
Right,
very
now I
kind.
can shoot you.
Where have you gone? I've just seen some
Well, do you want me to
armor.
come
I need to
back
get that. Oh, there you are.
Get out.
Come back here.
Hey. Who needs to aim?
Does it? I
Hey.
forgot if it doesn't. Oh, it does have an automatic aim, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, I can turn it off.
I'm sure I've got a better. I have got a better gun. I'm trying to fire you with the proxy pistol, and I've got this automatic rifle. Where have you gone?
I've gone upstairs now. I thought I'd give you a moment to regain some health.
You're
if
very
you can.
generous. You're very generous because my friends would have just been all over me, laughed in my face, and then ran off.
I mean, we're just getting started. I mean, at the end,
Oh, okay.
I may get a bit more competitive, but I thought,
Mhm.
hello. Oh dear. Hey.
There we go.
Sorry.
Kill one to Mike.
Kill one. So, okay, let's talk about your podcast then. When did What's Up with Wolfie start?
2020. 2020. 2020. We're a lockdown podcast.
Funny enough, that's when a lot of podcasts started to come on the rise.
Yeah.
Like video games and things like that.
We were quite late though, because obviously the first major lockdown was in April, end of March time, but we started in November, so it took us a bit of time. I think it was because I was too busy just playing Animal Crossing, so it never really occurred to me until a few months later. So yeah, we started in November of 2020. What we first did was we went through each year of the 1990s. We did 1 year at a time, and then each episode was based on the films of that year, TV shows, and then the video games of that year. With the idea of just going through each year of the...
Sorry.
I will get you. I will get you.
Oh no! Charge! Got reload!
And like me, Rich and Chris would each bring a pick to discuss from that particular year on that particular subject. So we did that. We went through the whole 90s and we're like, well, what should we do now? So it's going to open up the catalogue to pretty much 30 years worth of films and TVs, and then we just do a deep dive on one particular film on each episode now.
Brilliant. And did you always start off with the podcast, or did you work for like other sites or other like other types of content creation?
Well, yeah, I've got an old school friend. Well, not school actually. We lived quite close to each other, and he started a podcast like back in 2013, 2014, something like that, called Utterball. And his idea was like it was like a pub podcast. So like as if you was like having a chat with your mate in the pub where you're sharing a pint kind of thing. So we would just talk about anything. And I kind of got involved in that. And then I became I became a co-host of that because I was on it all the time. Yes, I finally got you.
Ooh, nice one.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was with the PPK. Thank you. I will take, a little bit more of a shine. Thanks. So I became more involved in that. And then me and him just did that for a while, for a few years. And then that just kind of died off. And I kind of felt I fancied just trying to do it on my own, trying to do my own podcast. So that's how What's Wrong with Wolfie came to be.
And what is the inspiration behind the name?
Well, I mean, we was trying to come up with all the usual, like, oh, let's call it that 90s thing, or, something with the year 90s in it, which I'm quite glad we didn't, because after we did the 90s, we're like, well, what should we do? It would have been quite difficult. So then my co-host, Rich, he said, he listens to a couple of Ghostbusters podcasts, and like one of them, called it after just like an obscure line from the Ghostbusters film. And he says, why don't we do that instead? Not necessarily from Ghostbusters, but from wherever. So I really liked that idea. I thought it was really cool. So then we brainstormed, and then we came up with a line from Terminator 2. And it's a scene where... Are you familiar with Terminator 2?
Yes, I am. I've got it now. Yes. Go on.
Yeah.
Go ahead for our listeners.
So there's a section in the film where John Connor has kind of just started talking to the Terminator who's looking after him, and he needs to phone his foster parents. So he does that, and then while they're talking, the Arnie Terminator thinks that they may not be who they're pretending to be. So he double checks by saying to John Connor, "What's the name of your dog that's barking?" And he says Max. So then he says to the foster parent on the phone, "What's wrong with Wolfie? I can hear him barking," to see what reaction. And obviously, the foster parent, who was actually the T-1000,
yeah,
came back with the wrong answer, and Arnie was like, "Yeah, your foster parents are dead." So that's where that line comes from. We really liked it. I thought it was really cool.
That's right. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and it's like, okay, I mean, I know this is familiar from somewhere, and it's like as soon as you said Terminator 2, it's like, yeah, I know the scene now. I know the scene where she's drinking the milk, isn't she? And it's like stabs the foster father in the head.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, through the milk carton.
Yeah.
So and it was great because Terminator 2 is one of my favourite films ever. So it was perfect. So that's what we went for.
I just danced past you. And doing your podcast, you've been able to go to a number of events and things over the years, including. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to blow you up then.
Yes, you did. Don't lie, Mike.
I mean, it was an added effect. It wasn't what I was hoping for, but it worked out a lot better than I expected. Well, we're going to have to say that this video was sponsored by Michael Bay.
Yeah, there you go. I forgot you were recording the video. Everyone's going to be able to see my shoddy play, and I thought it was just between us. I was like, oh no, I need to step up my game.
No.
I need to step up my game. People just see my
It's just a warm up. It's just go on.
I was going to say, people just
I'm not even aiming. I'm using auto aim a lot here. I think I might even turn it off for me.
Yeah, people probably just see my little achievement pop up that said died 5 times.
Speaking of achievements, we will see them at the end of the round. And it will say whether you're most deadly or least deadly, longest innings. Hello. I'm just trolling you now.
Are you?
Right?
Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're there. Oh no, I didn't reload. You could have had me then. I'm sure my health was going down quicker than yours. I used to have obviously very much more rustier at this game than I used to be, and I remember seeing my friend in America. I went over to see my friend in America who lives in Minnesota. Yeah, gotcha.
Hey.
I will celebrate every victory, don't you worry. Every death.
I don't blame you, mate.
I went over to see my friend in Minnesota, and we went round his friend's place, and they had an N64. And they had, I don't know if you ever remember, like the zip drive thing that the N60 that you could get for an N64.
Sounds familiar.
They had one of these, and they had. So obviously, it was like a bootleg thing. So like they downloaded loads of ROMs onto the zip drive cartridge, and then you could just select from hundreds of games or whatever. Well, I say hundreds, probably about 20, but. And so we we played some Smash Brothers, and I was rubbish at that. And they said, "Shall we play some GoldenEye?" I was like, "Okay, let's do that then." And I absolutely walloped them all, and they were gobsmacked. Like, and I didn't think I was that. I just thought I was an average GoldenEye, player. Played a lot with my friends, obviously on multiplayer, but yeah, it's always been a memory that's been stuck in my brain.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, GoldenEye is a game that has transcended, first-person shooters and like first-person like death matches and stuff like that to a whole new level. Because before we had like the likes of Doom, which obviously it redefined the genre, and then like GoldenEye came along and brought it into full 3D, and it's become quintessential, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's change the stage. What are we feeling now?
Well, it should be your choice. I had the last one.
Oh, all right then. I mean, if you insist, we are going to go with. We're going to go Bunker. We'll go with Bunker. We'll stay with within the world of GoldenEye here. Game length. Hold on. Button. Oh, that'll do sight off, auto aim off. Sight on, auto aim off. There we go. Make it a little bit more difficult for me, but it will make it difficult for you too. Right, let's change the weapons. Shall we go power weapons? That'll be like shotguns and things, I think. Okay. That would. Oh, hold on. I'm going to go health here. You can put a handicap on if you like. If you like a bit more health.
No, I'm all right.
Good.
Well, we're good for now. Maybe the next time we'll see how we go.
Okay. If you press A, then that should just select it, and then we'll be able. There we are. Perfect. Moving on. So yeah, you've been to like events and things. So like EGX and obviously EGX Comic Con. Funny enough, we actually met at EGX. Oh, what was it? I want to say 2021, but I'm not certain. Like 2021 or 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was with the cross players. I didn't mention the cross players, did I? Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't, did you? Naughty.
Yeah. I had some time with the cross players, who were a video game podcast, and I did their game club podcast for them. And that was that's how I got to EGX. We all met up at that 21 EGX. To do some coverage for the event and everything. And I bumped into you, or you bumped into me, I think, because you saw the T-shirt. And you're like, oh, crossplayer dude.
Yeah. Yes, because I think we spoke a little bit as well. I think online because of like possibly like, collaborating on things as well. I mean, we get it. I mean, in the end, we never did actually manage to collaborate, like reviews and things like that. But it does become like a difficult time between, scheduling as well, and finding the time to review games, or something else comes up and stuff like that. And
exactly.
Especially juggling too many balls.
Yeah,
which is very common.
Very easy to do these days. Yeah, so that's how I ended up with EGX, and I've been every year since, really.
Nice.
One form or another. And it was only this year that I managed to get to EGX with a press pass for my own website, my own game review website that I'm doing.
Which I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that. So it is So Many Games, I want to say. Is that the one?
That's right, yeah. That's the one. It seemed to be a no-brainer of a title. I was surprised, actually, that the domain name was available. I thought, surely someone else has thought about this. And no, it was there. It was available. Although I did want to get the .com one, but that was like £2,500 a year compared to the .co.uk one, which was £11 a year. And I was like, I think I'll go for the .co.uk one.
That's a bit of a no-brainer, to be fair. I mean, there is a Too Many Games. Oh, you may have me now. There is a Too Many Games, which is an event in Philadelphia, I believe, but not so many games. So you managed to get the name.
Yeah, I wanted Too Many Games to start with. That's what I wanted. Yeah. But yeah, it was taken. I was like, never mind.
Oh, nuts.
luckily there was an easy alternative to choose from. But this kind of grew from the Wolfie Pod because I had a website made for the podcast, and after a while I was like, well, do you know what? It's got blogging features. I could just like do random like game reviews or whatever and put that on there. It kind of fits in with the podcast theme. So why don't I try? And so I did, and then I started asking for keys, and then people were giving me keys. So then I started writing more and more reviews for the website. And then, as time went on, I started getting more and more, and then some more people joined me. Some more game writers joined, and now, I've got another 3 writers working. Well, not working; they don't get paid, but they're had joined me to write game reviews. So now we actually do quite a lot of game reviews, and it was kind of outgrowing the Wolfie Pod website. It wasn't built for the amount of reviews that we were putting on there. So it came to a point where I was like, I think I just need to have its own dedicated website. So that's how so many games came to be. And just through all doing these game reviews and everything else, that's how, I was very lucky to have gotten a press pass for EGX this year, even though the event wasn't that great, but it was still cool, and I'm very grateful.
I mean, there is a lot of work that needs to be done when it comes to like MCM, Comic Con, X, EGX. I mean, it has been on a decline for years. Let's not dance around the issue, obviously.
No.
I mean, EGX back in 2019 was probably where it was at its height, and then obviously COVID happened, and just knocked everything for 6, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They tried starting it up again in 2021, and then it just was not the same, unfortunately. And I mean, the good thing was, obviously, they had the really, really cool panel. So there was like the GoldenEye panel, which they had to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the game. And then, obviously, we've had Banjo-Kazooie as well, Donkey Kong Country, which was obviously at the event this year. And that's where we saw each other again.
Yes, that's right.
Or ukulele. Oh, you got me now. Now that I've taken auto aim off. Yeah.
It's this gun. I love this gun. And you can't not fail with this gun. The RC Pro 90. Can't beat it. But yeah.
Seeing as it has like 18 bullets to a mag.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. Might do a shotgun to the face. That also works.
Yeah, it does. I was really gutted I missed that GoldenEye panel at that EGX that year. I was really, really, really gutted. But I'm glad I kind of made up for it by making sure I was going to see the 30 years of Donkey Kong one this year.
Oh, yes. Because then they had 30 years of Donkey Kong, and then obviously it was the Yuka Replay panel as well, which is where we then...
where we bumped into each other, yeah.
Which, strangely enough, I was sitting right in front of you and didn't even realise it.
I was too busy. You're too busy setting up your camera.
I know. Unfortunately, it's not the first time it's happened to me. I can be quite oblivious at times. I had it one time, which I've mentioned a couple of times. Oh, you haven't got away. Sorry, I'm not going to blow you away.
I have, don't you?
Oh, now you have.
But if listeners want to check out the website, at the time of recording, we're talking about making the So Many Games website live by the weekend, which I think is like the 2nd or 3rd of December. So
well, this episode will probably go live after that. It won't be this Monday; it'll be the Monday after. So your website should already be live by then. So when that being the case, if you send me over the links to all your stuff, I will be able to add it into the description so people can.
Appreciate it. So yeah,
No.
we've obviously moved over all the game reviews from the Wolfie Pod onto this website, and we've also moved over some articles that I've written that onto the new website. One of the articles I did do the old school. I'm going to look at his screen and see where he is, and realise you're right behind me.
I've been behind you for a little while. I'm wondering whether he's going to pick up on it or not.
So I poured over some articles as well, which I thought were quite relevant for video games. And one of those articles I did port over the interview that I did with Kevin Bayliss and David Wise at EGX.
Brilliant.
Before their panel, which was a really cool experience. I think that's probably one of the best parts about EGX. Just to get that opportunity to talk to them one-on-one in a cafe, and just have a nice little conversation about Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong Racing.
I mean, they are more than happy to talk about these games because, let's face it, I mean, that's where most of them got, like the height of their career, basically. Or, really got them on the map.
Yeah.
Especially like with Diddy Kong and, like Diddy Kong Racing, and then like the Donkey Kong Country games and like the music. And, you can't mention Donkey Kong Country without, like aquatic ambience and the music, which is just so good. So good. Even if the gameplay doesn't quite hold up so much, but the music is still fantastic. There's no doubt.
It really is. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, listening to it on the Nintendo Music app, and like it's just incredible still to this day. It's still one of my favorites. It's just amazing. I wish I had more time with them because there was so many more questions I wanted to ask David about the music. And I really wanted to talk to him about Donkey Kong Land as well, because I believe he did the soundtrack for that game as well. And I would have loved to have heard its experiences of going from the Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country and then going backwards and having to work on the Game Boy. Have we finished, have we?
We have finished. We have.
You got me again, but only one this time though. I'm warming up.
Only one. You are warming up.
Don't worry. By the time the podcast finishes, I will just be finished warming up. So.
But if you want to hit start, we'll get into another round. And now we are going to make things interesting. We're going to go power weapons. We're going to go with slappers only.
Oh, there we go.
Right. And to make it even more interesting, we're going to go.
We're going to bring some
license to kill.
Ooh,
there we are.
Okay.
Oh, I've done L. Can we have that with slappers only?
One hit slap. Here we go.
Yes, there we go. We'll change the stage as well. We'll go with facility, I think.
Oh, you've read my mind. So if you want to go and check, it'll be there. The David Wise and Kevin Bayless interview should be there for you guys too. And it was a real privilege to talk to them. So, and it was really funny because I knew they were going to be there, and I was like, I sent David Wise a message on Twitter, like a DM, and you.
Sorry. I thought I'd just try it out. Can I slap through the door? And the answer is yes.
And
everybody gets one. If you can hit me, that is.
You're very nimble. Let's say that.
That's the beauty of the C buttons.
I'm forgetting about the C buttons. This is where I'm going wrong. Are we just going to do... Oh, yes, gotcha. I was just about to say, we're just going to do this dance for the whole round.
Only until you got me, and you did.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll pull up my sleeves now. We can get to work. Right, I'm going to come and try and find you now. You're in the green area. Hello.
Oh, I nearly got you then.
We're going to do the dance again.
Does body armor work on this? Will it be 2 slaps?
I don't know. Have you even found body armor?
I found some body armor, yeah.
Oh,
it was a double kill.
Oh, I think you got me first, though. You got me first, and then I got the revenge kill. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Say.
Door, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, again!
Double slap. I think you got me again as well. You got me again first. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
You're slightly quicker on the draw.
Well, makes a change.
Right. Yeah. How am I going to do this? This, look up, and then. I know you can get back up in there.
Trying to get in the air vent.
Yeah. I know there is a way of getting back up into the air vent, but I'm messing this right up. Oh dear.
It's like we're playing chicken.
Oh, you got me. I thought maybe I just know. Oh, we got each other at the same time there.
Again, that's like 3 in a row.
Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide.
The body armor doesn't do anything.
No. At least we
Confirmed.
tested that theory now.
Yeah, confirmed.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I've tried to shut the door on you.
that would teach you, wouldn't it?
That'd teach me to be cocky there.
Trying to be clever.
Yeah. Right. So no body armor doesn't do anything. It just makes you feel a bit safe.
Exactly. Double kill again. This has got to be some kind of record.
I've died 6 times.
Surely.
Kill count 6.
Yeah, 6 each. We're drawing. This is like the tightest one ever. Yet, sorry. Okay. I could imagine then. Gone into the toilets, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, flipping egg! Just knew that was going to happen.
I don't think I've ever had this before. Like so many double. Well, in a row now, is it? But in one round, it's crazy. So with the podcast actually, I'd like to talk about the guest that we've had on a little bit.
Yes, please do.
Because we've been quite lucky to get some kind of cool guests on somehow or another, and they were really cool and very generous to spend some time with us and talk about their stuff. And one of the biggest ones we got was Dominic Diamond from Games Master.
Oh, brilliant!
He popped on for 45 minutes and we had a whole conversation, and it's a very kind of non-Games Master conversation. We kind of purposely tried to not talk about Games Master too much, and like talk about some other stuff that he wouldn't normally necessarily get an opportunity to talk about. So, we talked about his favourite films and
other things.
And stuff like that. And it was just really cool to have that opportunity. Like, it was amazing. And then we had a guy called Scott Martin Brooks came on the podcast. No, I don't think the name rings any bells, but I think the character that he plays in a particular advert from the late 90s, early 2000s would ring lots of bells in lots of people. And that character was Dookie from the What's Up? What's up? Godwise adverts. Yeah.
Nice.
And do you know what? He was really interesting because he's kind of lived a life. And like we talked about times when he had his own video rental shop and how that played played into the community. And, you know, it was quite a lifeline for a lot of people. So we talked about that for quite a while because that was quite interesting. We obviously talked about the WhatsApp adverts and how they came to be and you know, how we got involved and all that kind of stuff. But he was also a bodyguard for like nightclubs and stuff, you know, which we kind of talked about for a little bit, you know, but we started running out of time and stuff like that. So yeah, we had him on as well, which was really, really cool to talk to him, you know, and for him to say yes. And there was moments as well where I'm sure I was not talking to the right person, but it turned out right in the end.
It can happen sometimes. It really does.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially like when like starting a podcast or even a website and whatever, and doing interviews with people. I mean, you start off relatively small, and then you get bigger and bigger, and then you know you get to talk to more influential people. But do you know what? I think it's just as important with the people that you know talk to, you know, regardless of, you know, stature, because, you know, they're giving you a chance as well. Especially if, you know, you worked on adverts or they worked on video games or they do voice acting or a developer, and, you know, you are this like, I mean, imposter syndrome does kick in. It's like, oh my God, this person is talking to me. I'm interviewing them. And it's well because like I've, you know, had conversations with like John Romero and Charles Martinet. My brother's had conversations with Suda51, and you know,
oh wow, that's amazing.
And you know, it's like that wouldn't be possible if, you know, I didn't start this website or if we didn't do the podcast and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes you do have to take chances in life, and you know, it does pay off eventually.
Well, I always live by the motto of like, if you don't ask, you don't know. So if
behind you.
if the worst that comes ignore me and don't answer my message, then move on. And it's easy these days as well to get in touch with these people. You don't need to go through agents a lot of the time. You don't need to go through lots of different people and places. You know, they're just there on social media, and you know, as long as and most of the time, sometimes you can direct message them and just say hello and give them a good pitch. You know, and so and that's just kind of the mindset I had, was like, you know, I put a very nice message to them and very polite message and tell them what I'm thinking of and everything. And you know, obviously some people have said no, some people have just ignored the message, and some people have said yes. So, you know, it's just having that confidence to just pop a little message in and just see what happens, you know. And that's how I got to speak to David Wise as well. You know, he could have just ignored me or just said no, but he didn't, because he's a really cool guy.
He is. He's a really cool dude. And also, it's funny because like, you've met David Wise, I've met David Wise, obviously at the same event as well, and like a couple of other people that I've met have also met him on occasion as well. And you know, there is this like big, I mean, there was a saying that it's like, we are all connected, you know, everybody in the world is all connected by like 7 people or something like that. So you're like, I may know a certain person that you don't, but they may know them through somebody else who knows somebody else who knows you, that kind of thing. So, you know, we are all in some kind of way, which has only been made easier now because of the likes of like social media. And like you said, you know, you can just drop them a DM or a private message and say, hey, look, I'd really, really, like to interview you for my website or, for my podcast. Would you be up for it? And then, like you said, they can say yes, they can say no. Obviously, it's great if they say yes.
Absolutely.
We are going to go with the man with the golden gun. And actually, we'll go with the Egyptian, because I think that's what the stage you get the golden gun from on this.
Leave so,
good
yes.
to me. So, we're going to go big or go home now. So, who will be the first to get the golden gun? You found the golden bullets.
Well,
already started off.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
Yeah. I'm glad I haven't got auto aim on now, because one shot is going to definitely finish me.
That's it. Well,
oh no!
You've seen
golden gun!
Oh, there you go. Oh god!
Oh no! You're in trouble now. I'll tell you what. No, I'm going to use it. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go with the. I'll give you a chance to take me out and get the gun and redeem yourself. I think you've probably finished warming up now.
Yeah, I haven't got that excuse anymore. I can't pull that one.
Mind you, the matches have been, quite close. There's only been like one difference in it.
That's right. I am older than you, I think. So I've got old man reflexes. So that's my excuse anyway.
Well, I shall not ask your age, because my mother always told me never to ask somebody their age. Mind you, I've just turned 37 last week anyway, so...
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Years older or that. Oh, thank you. That wasn't to, get you to say happy birthday or anything,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure. Hello. I'll just spray bullets aimlessly.
Well,
maybe I won't.
The name of the game, isn't it? Just spray and hope.
Yeah. Spray to play.
But yeah, we've also had, I think one of the other guests we had on the show that we were really excited about was Mr. Biffo. I don't know if you know Mr. Biffo. Does that name ring a bell to you?
It does, but I'm thinking we are going 90s. I mean, for me, for some reason, it's shouting out the ball from Bullseye, but it's not.
No.
I'm having a memory lapse, but yeah, cool. Biffo.
That's Jim Bowen, isn't it? Who presented Bullseye?
It is, yes.
This club is not doing it for me. There's another gun here. What's that one? Ah, now we're talking. No.
Go on, I'll let you get it out. There you are.
Now, Mr. Biffo, he was behind Digitizer, which was a video game page on Teletext.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, and Digitizer was quite infamous during that time because they used to be quite risky or risque with the kind of wording that they'd use on their pages, and like some of the images were quite innuendo-y to
okay.
So and
now for the kids at home, teletext is where grown-ups back in the 90s and that would get their news through the television through text.
Yeah,
I think it'd be satellite or cable or something like that.
I've no idea how it works. I still don't really.
Magic.
Yeah, it was magic. But it was so cool because I used to get all my football scores from it and everything.
That's
there was
right.
There was one service on there called Bamboozle, which was all like little games that you could play on there as well, and like try and answer questions, and you have to press the little reveal button on the remote control. It was really good. So he came on because he makes YouTube videos now under the Digitizer label, under the name. And he came on and talked about how he got involved in teletext and digitizer and some of the other stuff that he got up to at the time. And that was another really, really cool moment for the show.
Now, you do know you should have the golden gun. Because I had it, unless it's dropped.
I do have it.
There you are.
See, unlike you, Mike, I'm like, I'm not being nice. I'm like, but you still got me.
But you had it. I haven't got much health left.
I forgot. There's literally just one gun in the whole level, isn't it? And it's only one golden gun. Yeah.
I've got it. I'm coming for you. Oh, have you not got any bullets? Oh, come on. This is your redemption round. This is. Come on.
Trying to get you in
I'm going
hand.
to stand still. Go on, go on.
No. I'm just going to run off and hope that he doesn't know where I've gone.
Sorry.
Oh, I've just walked into a room with me.
Flipping it.
Hang on a minute.
Getting really, really intense now. You know, because people have stopped talking. Hello.
Not you again. I still haven't got a gun.
She still not got a gun. Oh my god.
No. I don't know where they're gone.
Well, you walked straight past. There, you got one now. There you are. Alright. Come on, open fire.
I forgot how mean this rumble is in this controller.
Oh yeah, it is violent.
Yeah.
There you go. I should have the golden gun there as well. Yes, you got it now. Right.
Was you just trying to get me with the golden gun then, or was you just trying with another gun?
No, I was trying with another gun. I thought it'd just be unfair if I came at you with a golden gun. Come on, you finish me with style.
I'm hoping you're just going to run into the bullet.
Yeah.
You just stood there to take that, didn't you?
I was about to crouch so you could execute me with style. But
right.
You didn't even want to wait for me to crouch.
Nah.
You just plugged me in the chest instead.
Exactly.
I mean, I have got to make it look somewhat entertaining. Otherwise, it just looks like I'm bullying you on my platform, and that's not. Oh, now I generally
that was
did
a
walk
shot.
into that one. Okay, now I can step up my game. Walk straight into that bullet. Here we go.
So
Silent.
I've got a question for you, Mike, and that is, if I was to ever ask you to come onto the Wolfie Pod, what film would you decide to cover?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, I could talk GoldenEye because I do love the James Bond films. It could be any film, really. I mean, I'm pretty open to talk about literally anything, unless it's really, really like modern films, because there's some that are a bit lacking, let's say.
Yeah, you can't beat an old film, can you?
You can't, can you, really?
It's not made the same way these days.
They're not. I'm about to beat you with the PP7.
Oh, I'm swearing in my head. I'm swearing in my head.
Then. Yeah. I would be. There's 1 minute left.
Oh no. Oh, I'm going to win this one. Oh no. No. Get away.
Oh, I don't want to shoot you in the back. That's not fair. Turn around. Turn around.
I'm using.
Does
I
that
just
count as
remembered
turn around?
Whoa.
Oh, you are dodging these.
Yeah,
Might have
I've
to
remembered
say
the C button.
the Matrix.
There you go. There's your film.
Hey.
Unfortunately, we covered the Matrix this
Oh.
year, so that would have to be a no.
Oh, that was beautiful! Straight in the noggin. Oh, that went in one ear and straight out the other. Now, could I? Oh, we're about to get time there. Can I get another one?
No. Well, this is like the longest minute ever, is it not? Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Get in.
Well done, Jason. I mean, if I'd managed to get you on that right at that end, that would have been beautiful. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and there has to be a winner. There has to be a loser. So, congratulations on your win. It's not easy, I must admit.
Thank you.
I have had other guests on the show who have not been. Well, they've played their best, but sometimes I believe there's a word that the youngsters use this day and age, and it's called a sweat.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. When somebody really, really gets their game on, you call them a sweat. Yeah.
How weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
I mean,
I still.
you could say try hard. I mean, I suppose back in our day, it would be a try hard, don't it?
Yeah, but sweat. It's still like when people say sick for something that's great or good.
Yeah.
I'm still,
that's so sick, bruv.
Yeah. Like when that was sick, like as in good or great, it just reminds me of actual someone being sick, and it's like I just can't. My brain just can't connect that word. I know it's spelt differently, but that pronunciation with something that's good.
Well, it's like, what's it? The Wizard, and it's talking about the Power Glove, and he goes, "It's so bad," and you think, well, bad normally means it's bad, not good, but
yeah,
it wasn't that great either.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. But I don't know. I can get behind that for some reason. I can get behind that's bad. Yeah, I can get behind, maybe because it's just I'm that generation of person. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it probably is, to be fair. I mean, it is like our generation, and then like a little bit onwards, then Sick came on, which is a bit like late 90s, 2000s, I think now, wasn't it? Sick.
Oh, I don't
And
know.
then I was thinking, but never mind. That's for another time, I think. So, yes, I would be more than happy to come up onto your podcast to talk about films. So I'll have to think of a good film to talk about, and then we can go from there.
Yep, we'll get you on next year. We've got our episode planned for the rest of the year. We'll definitely get you on next year for sure.
Perfect. I look forward to it. Well, with all good things that must come to an end, so must this show. So thank you, Jason, for joining us for this episode, and thank you everybody at home for tuning in. So let's take the moment, Jason, for you to plug your stuff. The floor is yours.
Ooh, okay. So, What's Wrong With Wolfie, the podcast, you can find that everywhere. I've made a real effort to make sure that you can find it wherever you go, even on like TuneIn FM or whatever it's called, and random places like Mixcloud. I think you can even find it on Mixcloud. And like whatever platform will take a podcast, I'm going to put the RSS in it and get it on there. So we are out there pretty much everywhere, and if we're not on something, then please let me know so I can get it on there. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, you can do that. If you want to follow us on Blue Sky for the podcast, then you can follow us at the Wolfie Pod. We are still on Twitter, but I don't use it that much anymore. I'll post updates for a new episode or whatever, but that's as far as it goes. So if you want anything else, it's all going to be on Blue Sky from this point onwards. But you can find us on Instagram and Threads and Facebook as well at the Wolfie Pod. So anywhere, any social network, the Wolfie Pod is where you can find us. We also have a YouTube channel. It's mostly just the podcast episodes that I upload onto there. There's no video or anything. It's just the logo, because I would really like to do more with that, but I just don't have the time, unfortunately. Video editing and all that is really time consuming. So it's just that I have made some video game related videos that's on the Wolfie Pod at the moment, which I'm hoping to transfer over to the So Many Games YouTube as well at some point.
Right.
But yeah, things like, EGX games that I really liked that I played at EGX, I covered those a little bit, and there's some about Steam Next Fest as well and things like that. So you can find them on the YouTube channel. And you can find us on YouTube at the Wolfie Pod. So made it really easy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
for so
as
many...
I did say, all of the links will be provided in the description below. So as soon as you send them over to me, they will be added to the video description. Anything else you'd like to finish up with for our listeners and any of your followers who may be listening?
Yeah, and I just wanted to say about So Many Games. You can find that at somanygames.co.uk. So, and you can find us on the socials as well at So Many Games, but without the A in many. It's just MNY, because I couldn't get that one.
Mini.
Yeah. But I just want to thank anyone that's been watching, anyone who's been listening. I really appreciate it. Listening to us and trying to play GoldenEye. Really appreciate you guys just spending some time listening to us. So thanks very much.
Thank you. And until next time, everyone, keep on gaming.